Welcome to the Stone Table. This isn't a stage, it's a gathering place. Here, lifters of all kinds bring their stories. The heavy, the honest, and the hard-earned. Real voices, real weight. Shared like a good pour among friends. Recorded in Ontario, Canada, and open to lifters everywhere. Slanche.
Welcome back to the Stone Table podcast. My name's Rebecca Innes, and I'm your host. Today, we're talking to two people that I've met over Instagram over the last couple of years, Seb and Isa. They are from France, so they're representing a new country here around the table, and we will be having translations of this episode in both English and French to expand the reach, because that is the goal of what we're trying to do here, and hopefully we can get more lifters in their country lifting with them. They've got a vast background in stone lifting. They've been to Scotland. They've done a lot of the McGregor Games. They've lifted the historic stones. They have been lifting stones within France as well. And I'm sure they've got many more plans with respect to stone lifting in the coming months and years. So without further ado, Isa, Seb, welcome.
Thank you. Hello and bonjour.
Bonjour. So as we start off with every guest, I'd love to know what you're drinking today.
I'm drinking this one. So Aberfeldy 21.
That's a good one.
Yeah, special cask, limited edition.
That
For the story, but I got this bottle the first time I podiumed at McGregor Stone Lifting Games in 2023.
that was a prize, wasn't it?
No,
No.
it wasn't a prize, but we have a tradition. When we compete, we go to a distillery the day after,
Yeah.
and I was happy to podium. It was my first podium here, so I bought myself this bottle.
Well, congratulations. And that is such a nice story. So I'm going out of the Scotch realm, and I am drinking
Oh.
Newfoundland Screech. And the reason why I decided to keep it Canadian, and that's, it's rum based, is because Isa has a bit of Canadian connection. And we are going to talk about that in a little bit. I am not drinking this straight. I'm going to be having a little bit of Coke with it. So we're doing rum and Coke here at 11:30 in the a.m. here
Perfect.
in Canada. Yeah. Why not?
Well,
So
I'm
welcome.
gonna-
Yes.
I'm gonna be drinking the.
You're drinking something different. Oh, okay.
Yes, I am. Actually, I'm drinking Coureur des Bois. So yeah, so it's Canadian whiskey with maple syrup in it.
Oh my God. I've never had that. How does it taste?
You need to try it at some point. It's really good. So it's a 12 years old whiskey, and there's maple syrup.
Okay. Like, I just got shivers when you told me this, because this is what I'm thinking now. Maybe that needs to become the whiskey of the Stone Table. And when I go and meet people, I bring them this as a
Yes.
part of Canada.
There's
Yep.
two different. There's Sortilège and Le Coureur des Bois. Both are very good.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk to you more about that after the show. But let's cheers to this. So Slancha,
Yes.
welcome to the
Slancha.
table.
Thank you.
Oh, that's
That is
sweet.
good.
For those, it screeches an interesting part of tradition in Newfoundland, Newfoundland culture. It's like being screeched in. So part of kind of becoming part of like a Newfoundlander, you have a shot of screech, you kiss the cod, and you're wearing like wellies and like fisherman gear, and then you've been screeched in. So
Some people with stones and some people drink screech to become part of something.
yes, exactly. And I marry the two. And so I will be marrying the two, stones and screech and all things Canadian. So let's just get right into this, because I've been looking forward to this conversation. You are like the first couple that's going to be part of the February series, which is couples and stone lifting. And I appreciate you agreeing to this theme and like cuddling together for the next little bit with Seb's big
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do appreciate you kicking off this series. And so let's start at the beginning. Tell us just a brief bit about yourself. Isa, why don't you start? Tell us your backgrounds and we'll get into the stone part in a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Background. I'm French Canadian. So I come from Quebec. Yes. So of course my first language is French. I've been living in France for the last 10 years. I spent 2 years in the Nordic countries in Scotland, and then I moved to Paris, and that's where we met actually, like now probably 8 years ago, something like 7 or 8 years, I don't know. Seb had been in Brittany for the last 2 years. I was traveling back and forth, Paris, Brittany, and I moved last November. So I just moved now to Brittany, where there's the beach and stones and nature and everything. Yeah, that's going to be really great for training and everything.
That's
Yeah, in
fantastic.
France for the last 10 years. Yes.
And Seb, tell us a bit about you.
So I'm French, and yeah, I was born in Normandy, so another great region of France. And yeah, I don't know what to say.
You like stones, you're French,
Yes.
and you have a great
Yeah. I moved to Paris like 14 years ago, and back then I wasn't doing sport at all.
no sport, like no strength training, no nothing. Okay.
No, nothing. I started the strength training with CrossFit. Actually, it was in 2000.
Okay.
We're not really good with dates.
That's all right.
Time flies, so we're not
So,
actually no good.
It was 2015. So yeah, I was out of shape, and I said, oh yeah, maybe I should do something.
And that's when we get into the stone story, I'm assuming, or at least
Yeah.
strength training.
I started with CrossFit, but cardio wasn't really my thing.
I started with CrossFit too. Maybe that's
Yeah.
the gateway
The
drug.
thing, yeah.
Maybe that's we get with the Atlas stones, and then we get into the strongman piece, and then it all kind of
Exactly.
falls together.
Yeah. I think CrossFit is a place to try strength, right? It's like, and
Well,
then
to try many things.
yes,
Actually,
and then
because
that's where we discover, because that's also kind of where I started into the strength journey, and that's where you discover that okay, I can do this,
Yes.
and I like it. Like I like the class. I liked the classes where like it was heavy.
Yes. And
Yeah,
I think
and then yeah,
I think you
strongman.
put a good point on that though, because CrossFit really did say to me, I can do this. It started to plant that seed of kind of anything's possible and I can push my limits. And I actually pushed my limits too far in CrossFit.
Yeah, it's easy to push it too far, but
Yeah.
but that's where we learn. That's also where I learned that. Okay, then my body can do this,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
The purpose. So, yeah.
And just to like segue for folks here, like how I know Isa is when I first started doing my competition for Stones of Strength and posting and getting women involved, she was a real important catalyst because she would help through social media, post her lifts, post other women's lifts, forward my material and repost it. And, you know, I had a post the other day that Sandra Bradley had kind of chimed in on about the importance of women supporting women. This is why partially why I have you both on here is because you really have done a lot for behind the scenes for supporting women, thinking that it's possible for them to get into the sport, because you do it competitively. There is the non-sport side, and we can talk about that, but that's why Isa is here. We have a relationship that spans at least 3 years, I think now.
And it was natural right away, right? It felt right.
It did. And I didn't know the Canadian connection until like a couple interactions. So that's why they're here. They represent what the table is about getting people out, getting people involved, and really helping support women in that. And so, can you tell us about, and we'll talk to Seb next, but Isa, can you just tell us how you got into stone lifting? Where did it all start?
It's easy because it started thanks to Seb. Yeah, he's really the one who's got me into stone lifting because the first time we lifted stone, but the first time I lifted stone, it was with him on the beaches of Normandy. Beautiful landscape.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then that's how I got into it, right? Because then you have the touch with nature, with the stone, and then the sea.
Yes.
It was perfect.
And how are the stones different, would you say, Normandy or like France compared to what we would get in Scotland?
In Normandy, it's clay. How do you know?
No, not clay.
Très,
It's more like big chalk blocks
chalk. Yeah,
Chalk.
chalk.
Right.
So,
Okay.
with
yeah.
well, it's chalk and flintstone.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Flintstones. Yes. So they're quite different because they're also more fragile.
Yes. Or breakable. Yeah.
Yes, they're more breakable. And also you get all white. So I remember because the first time it was for his birthday. So we were with his parents with the chalk stones. Then we lifted the stone and we were all like dirty but all white. Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, and that's what we get. Like after coming in from everything, I'll have it on my chin. I'll have no idea, trying to have like this normal conversation. And, my kids and husband and I are saying, like, you realize that you're all chalked
And we
up
like
here.
it.
Yeah, we do.
It's part of the sport, like to have
Yes.
dirt. But the good thing with the Normandy stone, because it's chalk, then if you forget your chalk, you have the natural one.
And so does that make it easier to grip them then or not?
It's been a while since we've been lifting stones in Normandy, but
I think they are quite easy.
yes.
Yeah. Compared
Depends.
to some of them in Scotland?
It depends, of course, but there is a lot of angle.
Yes.
So you can.
Yeah, they have angles, and I think that they're lighter for the size.
It depends.
Yeah.
Because the one with flintstone inclusion are very heavy.
Yeah.
And sometimes there is because if you know the cliffs in Normandy.
Yes.
White cliffs with black lines. It's a bit like in the south of England, because it's there are
layered.
there
Yeah.
is only the channel between us. So
Wow.
yeah, it's chalk with part with flintstone, and the flintstone is a bit more dense. Some stones, some blocks have both, and they are not
so light.
No.
and not well balanced. So sometimes you have a lot of weight on one side and almost light on the other side.
Wow. And so, Seb, how did you get into stone lifting then? Like, what was your gateway?
I'm struggling to remember exactly. I think I saw the Stoneland documentary first.
Right.
But I think it was like at the start of my sport and CrossFit journey. And I've seen this, and okay, there is guy lifting stones. That's interesting, but and yeah, I went to my parents in Normandy, and there was stones, and
why not?
Let's try it.
Let's try it. And we are here.
Well, cilantro for that.
Yeah.
So you basically started your lifts just randomly out in nature. And then now you've got like full seasons of competitions. How did you go from being in nature to having the competitions? What was the catalyst for that? How did that happen?
We were already doing competition in strongman, like regular strongman.
Okay, right.
And the first time I've seen a stone lifting competition, maybe it was the gathering, but I wasn't thinking I could go there one day. One day there was Smash and Pass, the brand.
Yes. Oh, very good. Yeah. And
Oh yeah,
yes.
you have
Yep.
they shared a post from Jamie, and it was the first McGregor
Yeah.
lifting games for
Wow.
male.
Wait, yeah, for
Because I think he did already one for the woman before the
because
lockdowns.
the first one was women.
I think so.
Actually, yeah,
Yes.
and then they did the post for the men.
I think the
Edition. Yeah.
first one was before the lockdowns,
Maybe.
and after that he did the men's. But
So
you'll have to ask him.
So
I
competition
will.
came through Smash and Pass, and then Jamie.
And that's then how you met up with Jamie, and then you ended up
Yes.
doing
Yes.
all
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
things with him.
Yes.
Wow.
So from the first men's comp to today.
Then tell us like a bit about that, like training then, because obviously going outside in nature is very different than showing up at Jamie McGregor's McGregor Games to compete in his events, because they're not easy events either for those folks that don't know. And so talk to us. You'll both have different approaches. And Isa, I want us to talk about a little feminine thing that we were talking about, because I think women are afraid to ask this question. We'll get to that question, but tell us that training. How did your training morph, or did you just carry up where Strongman left off?
We do train a lot with sandbags.
Okay.
A lot with sandbags.
Yes.
We would go to the beach, but it's more for fun, or just once or twice before the camp. Then we would go to the beach just to touch some of the stones and to lift them, but just to get a feeling again of the stones. But that's not the training. That's not part of the prep. It's more like for us to before going to Scotland or to the competition, just to have this touch with the stone and say, oh, this is why we're prepping, right? This is
Yes.
for the natural stone, all the sandbags and all the dumbbells and everything and running in the backyard is like, it's for the natural stone. And it's just to, feel them before going to Scotland and make sure that we still got the flow with the stones and not just with sandbags.
And so what does your training split look like when you're coming up to a competition?
We like, for me, I have during, like, let's say during the week, I do general preparation. And then in the weekends, like those 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, when we get closer to the camp, it's like event days.
Event days, right.
Oh, yes. It's very specific, trying to duplicate the events with what we have, right? So the sandbags, the walking stones would be with the dinghy handles and the plates, running with sandbags. So yeah, there would be like 2 days of events, trying to really specifically prep for the event. And then it's more like general strongman training.
Seb, can you tell us a bit about how you prep for the walking stones? Because Jamie loves to put those in his competitions, and it drives me crazy, to be honest. I was good at them once, and my nervous system doesn't like it.
You had the record,
yes,
the field record, right?
Yes, I did.
20 meters, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you should tell us.
Did you prep for that?
But but I tried multiple training types.
Yes.
So trying long distance with lighter, trying heavier but shorter distance, and I think what worked the best was doing heavier in the beginning of the week.
Yes.
And a bit lighter at the end of the week. So doing it multiple times during the week.
Wow. That's hardcore. You don't do that?
And, I tend to do that with most of my lift when the competition is approaching, to have more exposure to the event. So sometimes light, sometimes lighter, maybe, and sometimes heavier, and trying to work specifically for the events, but a lot.
I can't. I need recovery time. I cannot do that.
Yeah, I find for myself like one day is that's as much as I can do for specifically the walking stones. So Seb, yours is kind of like it's almost like a west side, right? Like you would do like a heavier and then like a lighter day.
Yes.
I think there's something to that, to be frank, because like and the lighter day we're talking light. Like it's not like
Yeah,
taxing on your
it's
nervous
more like
system.
it's a speed there, so it shouldn't be that hard, and you should move faster. So it's faster, so you can work and try to feel more the technique. And on the heavier day, you can
Suffer more.
Yeah, yes. Like it is truly suffering. And the reason why
this one particularly. It's
The walking stone.
it's horrible. And the reason why I'm pausing on this particular event is one, I think we're going to see it a bit more in both strongman competitions and stone competitions as they kind of evolve. And there are a signature event. It's in our competition that we have here in Canada, and a lot of the ones that I've seen in the States have them. For those that are new or that don't have coaches to give them the programming, I want to give people a flavor of what they can do. So for my program, what I do is I have one day and I work up, I'm supposed to, when I read my program correctly, I'm supposed to work up to a hard, heavy working set that's about 80% of the competition weight for me at this point. And like you will eventually work up to that weight. Like you're not immediately going to go in and do like for us, it's in pounds. So like 190 pounds and 160 pounds. That is not where you're going to start. You're going to stop off maybe at 50% when you get into your program, maybe 65, and then start working up. And the other thing I do is so in addition to my warm-up sets, I'll do maybe 3 or 4, like incrementally increasing, and then I'll go to my heavy set. I do not do it for time because most of these events they're not timed events. So being fast is not, it is actually, okay, being quick is actually good because it's less pressure, but doing it for time is not the reason. It's just obviously the distance.
it depends because at the Scotland Strongest Meter this year,
Yeah.
it will change the rules. So
What?
it will it will not be a max distance. It will be duck walk the small stone to 10 meters.
Yeah.
Run back, duck walk the big one, run back,
and then come back with bow.
And that is timed, obviously.
And that is timed, and the fastest win.
Yes.
The one will finish.
Or the one that will go the longest.
Like 10 meters and then 10 meters and then as long as you, as far as you can. That would be horrible. Don't give him the idea.
Yeah, do not. I'm like, Jamie, if you're listening to this, please do not. Yeah.
I wasn't saying max distance, but I think so at the competitions, it's not always, not all participants go to the 10 meters. Yeah. So with the duck walk before, I think there will be a lot of people that will only do few meters. And maybe some guys will finish, but not the majority.
It's really going to change this event, right? To have to duck walk both of them before and then go as fast as we can with the walking stone.
Yeah, that is an interesting take. Thank you for mentioning that because that's the first time I've heard an event run like that. Isa, how would you prep? Like walk us through, because for me, the chalking and the prep of my body before I actually pick up the stone or the handles is really key.
Yeah.
Talk us about how you chalk and if you put on the pads, the belt and the leg pads.
Yeah. So I have, for the walking stones, I have the soft underbelt and then I have my harder belt.
Yes.
I do have liquid chalk.
Okay.
On my hands, everywhere. The nails, I make sure I have on my nails because sometimes that's where it goes up first. So I make sure I also have there because I do the hook grip.
A must.
So I need, yes. So you need to have chalk on the front, like on your nails. I have knee sleeves. And then I have calf sleeves.
All the sleeves.
Yes, all the sleeves, because it's more painful in training than the actual stones.
Mm-hmm.
Because the plates,
yes,
they have angles And then when I lift them, it's like horrible. And I'm actually in training with the plates, I'm really not good. And when I was prepping for 2020, because the first time I competed at Jamie was in 2024. Yes. So it was the first time I was prepping for the walking stones. And it was so difficult. And I think the last training I had, I could not even walk 1 meter. Like it was not working. I could not anymore. Like my body, my hands, everything. It was not working. So I ended up crying in the garage.
Yeah, been there.
Yeah, because it's like it's the last training. I can even like lift them and walk 1 meter. There's nothing that's working. And then during the competition, I actually won that event in the competition. Yes.
My gosh. Okay, how did that happen?
I have no idea. I think that mentally I've prepared so much for this event. Like I've visualized it a lot. I talked to my hands and I think that I had so like no expectation at all. And then I lifted them way much easier than the plates in training. And then I started walking and I remember and I was like, okay, you're still walking. And then the feeling like realizing like I'm actually like doing some distance. It was, yeah, I was pushed. It's very difficult to explain, but the feeling of realizing that I was walking with the stones and covering some distance, it just kept me going. But then at some point you just like you lose balance and that's it. But I did 13 meters that they did not beat your record, but I was like my comp was done. It's like, okay, this is no matter what happens after that, it's like it was unexpected.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
And do you wear
But
boots or shoes?
I wear boots.
Okay.
I
And
wear
for the
boots.
other other events, do you wear boots or shoes?
I wear the same
The same
for the
whole
whole
thing.
competition.
And you
yes.
said, what do you do? What do you do for prepping for the walking stones?
Like,
What do you do to prepare for the walking stones? Like, do you use boots or shoes?
do you have your boots?
I think I did both. Really. The first time it was with boots, but I think at the Disney gathering the first year I was with normal shoes.
Yeah.
And that was
So,
for
yeah.
the nickel stones.
Yes, it was the nickel stones.
Tell us about
But
that.
well, it's almost the same. It's just
Uh,
two different stones, but it's the same kind of weight. I think there is maybe 2 kilo less on the big one and 2 kilo more on the small one.
Yes.
Or,
So they're more equal. Like, I'm
or
not
maybe
used to that.
maybe different, but I'm not sure
yeah.
how they change. But it's the same total weight. So 252 kilos.
And that's different too, is because most of the training that I've done has a big gap, like at least a 15 kilogram or 30 pounds weight difference between the right hand and the left hand.
Yeah, for us, it's more like 30 kilo.
For you, like both of you, like just
No.
in comp, yeah.
Yeah. Because for us in comp, the women at Jamie's at least, it's 88 and 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 22.
And you put the heavy in your dominant, I assume?
No.
What?
What do I do?
I do the bigger one in my left hand. I won't tell you why, because I don't know.
Okay.
I noticed when I was doing heavy sets in my front yard, I
Yes.
was doing 10 meters or 15, I don't remember. But I was doing my distance, taking my rest and going back. But if you want to have the let's say the stone in the good hand, you have to move or to
Turn.
do your U-turn with the stones. But I wasn't doing that. So I was training one set with the big one in my dominant hand and one set with the other hand. And I noticed that I was quicker and
More comfortable.
more comfortable
Yes, some people are saying
with the
that.
heavy one in my left hand.
Wow.
But I don't think it's a great stuff. I think maybe for moving it's better for me because I'm doing the hook grip.
Yes.
So basically, when I am hook gripping, I can hold this kind of weight for way longer than what I can hold them.
Yeah, and actually, Steph,
So,
you touched on something really, really important, especially if you're on a games or an event where you do have to do that turn. So one is getting efficiency in that turn, and two is making sure. I think this is a great strategy now that you've told me this, is that, yeah, as you make that turn, then you're dropping you're dropping and picking it up with the heavier one in your more rested hand, right? How do you, right? So how do you do how would you advise our listeners to get efficiency on the turn?
first thing,
Keep
I'd
small.
say
Yeah.
try to do the distance, the first distance without the turn because it's already hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, in competition, we have 15 meters before the turn, and I never reached the turn. So that's why I was doing it like this. In my mind, it was do your 15 meters.
Yes.
It will already be a great point,
Yeah.
and you figure it out. And when I train light, I do the turns. But in my mind, it was if I do 15 meters, it will already be really great. And we will see what will happen then.
And to be efficient in the turn, then would you say that you need to keep as small? You need to be compact.
Yeah,
It's like,
probably.
yeah, very like turn on yourself. There's one feet that almost doesn't move,
Yes.
right? And you turn the other one
Yeah.
around, but there should be like one foot on the ground, and this one is almost not moving probably.
Yeah.
But I've never turned either.
I don't know why I'm doing all this turning then in my training. It's probably because my basement is so short that I have to in order to get my distance.
And then if you want to, you did 20 meters, so you needed to turn. But maybe I need to practice turning. So
well, now you have to. You have a goal to get now. You're going to have to do longer than the last one.
Yeah.
I think this is super helpful for folks that are new to, like, even though it is a painful event, I love this event. It is grit, it is strength, it is mental fortitude, it is all of the things.
Wow.
And I mean, it's not the Dinny stones, but it's those ring stones. You know that sound when that ring clanks? It's just like that's strength sport to me. I think we've given lots of things for folks to think about here. But the one thing that you and I were talking about, and Seb, I'm sorry that you're going to be part of this conversation, but I do think it's really, really important because I am trying to socialize us normalizing things that women have to think about when we're doing these things. When I first started stone lifting, one of the big conversations you and I had actually was how do we, because our movement patterns change depending on what your body type is and your body shape. And so Isa and I were talking a lot over like, how do we, like, if you have like a bigger chest, like, how do you get those sandbags up? How do you get the stones up? And to be frank, when Jamie just says like kind of work around it, and I do agree with that partially. But personally, I really compress everything. And so I take like multiple bras. Like if I'm on comp day, I will be wearing multiple bras, compressing everything in so that my body movement, and ideally I'm doing that on my events day as well. If you don't mind, Isa, is this something you're comfortable?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay.
Quite okay with me because we did talk about that. What bra do you wear?
Yeah.
But I do the same on event days when I prep, and then on comp days I have two bras. I have one, and then I have another one on top that compresses everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's closer because I'm short. I don't have long arms.
Yes.
So there's no space, right? So you need to try to be as efficient with all the small details.
Yes.
So I do wear two so that it compresses more. It's also maybe a bit more comfortable when you have the stone.
Yeah. Honestly, there is an advantage to it. There is an advantage. I pick it up higher.
Yeah.
And so it's
And then,
almost like a shelf there. Yeah.
and then you need to figure out how you place yourself, because now what I noticed that I do now is like when I lap the stone and then I kind of replace myself.
Yes.
So it's more here on top.
Yes.
And then you just need to get used to the pain.
Yes.
I do like a small movement after lapping the stone before standing up, just to make sure that the stone is on the right place on my chest.
Yeah, no, and for me, when I started employing that, it's a completely different, I'm faster. I can get faster
Yeah.
so that for ladies that have these issues, these concerns, that is part of your training as well. And DM us. We have our suggestions with respect to, I have found which bras work, but it is something that you have to think about because it does change your body positioning.
Yeah. And the compression one I wear on top is like, it's going high. It's a high neck.
Yes.
So like there's no fabric that the stone would get, like, it doesn't move. Right. So once the stone is here, it doesn't slip with the fabric. It stays there. So.
Yeah. And I even like chalk up as well. So that is our public
that's a good
service
point.
announcement for women. It
Yes.
is normal to run
We're here.
into these issues.
Yes.
You can DM Isa or I about these questions because we have been trying many different ways to sort these issues out to be more competitive and to be faster at our sports when we're in comp. So, but this is actually a nice segue into the next piece that I wanted to talk about, which is a lot of people talk about lapping the stone or hugging the stone. And so I want to get into some of the techniques that you've used in competition with respect to cueing and prioritizing awkward stones, because Jamie tends to select the first couple are good and then the next couple in the competition, they're awful. Tell us a little bit about just like for the natural stones, and then we can talk about sandbags and we can talk about Atlas. But let's talk about some subtle techniques and cues that you've utilized that are helpful.
So
You want to go? Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, Seb. We've been talking.
So if it's in competition or in the wild, it's good to try the stone before, just like trying to put your hands, trying to feel if there is some holes, some more slippery parts.
Yeah, a natural handle somewhere.
Yeah, if the stone is well balanced or not. Not really lifting it totally, but just to know where to put your hands and what you can expect on the stone.
Yeah, I would say the same, because we always have the time, like before the event starts, you have the time to make sure that they are as you wish, that the placement of the stone is as you want it. So before the event, that's the same. I just touch them to figure out, okay, this is where I want to put my hands. So make sure that it's turned the right way. And then you go, but you don't lift, you don't do a full lift. So you keep the energy for the event. But
it depends on the stone, but
yeah,
on the first one, maybe you
to
can
warm
lift
up,
it
kind of warm up.
for warm up.
Yeah.
But on the last stone,
Yeah.
maybe you just
Yes.
Give a little tug. Yeah. So do you also pre-chalk the stones before you go into the event, or?
Did I do that? I think I've never done that.
I think we did this in Britain when
it was super rainy, and then the storm hit us, and then maybe we did at that point, but didn't think anything. Actually, Jimmy was saying not to chalk because if I remember correctly, because there was so much rain. That it's like you want to chalk more because it's rainy, but there's no point.
It gets like slimy. Yeah. So I think that's a great point that you raise for folks, is that checking out those stones, getting them set up, checking where the handles are, how you're going to maybe like strategically lift it and roll it or lap it.
Yeah.
Rearrange it on your lap. That's really, really critical before you go into your event. And most organizers are going to allow you to do that. I mean, it's the same when we go out on tour. Like we would do the same thing, but except you get to try various things before.
And when you do that, usually you won't be alone doing that.
Yeah.
The other guys, or woman, but the other guy will also try, and if it's your first time, they will explain to you, because
That's a good thing about the community as
the
well.
storytelling community is very welcoming, and they won't let you just clueless about a story.
Yes. And if it doesn't go as you wanted in the event, then you just need to keep trying, try a different way to hold the stone, and then the people competing as well, and the people watching will just tell you to keep on trying, right? It's like, turn it, try a different way. There's no way that because the first try or it's not working, then you just turn the stone and try something else and keep trying, and they will not let you not try again and again.
Well, this naturally goes into what I see behind you is all the trophies, and I think that's the Denny Stone plaque. Let's talk about all the comps that you've done and, some highlights from those, some of the lifts, some of the moments. Oh, excellent. Tell us about that award.
So it's not this year. It's last.
The 2024. That's the 2024.
That's the 2024. I was aware of the Disney Stone Donaldini gathering because I was interested in all things stones. I was thinking that I would never be able to compete there because it was, for me, it was something like an elite competition.
Yes.
And I did the Disney Stones after one of the competition.
I think it was in 2023. Three? When was the first time you competed with Jamie? It wasn't on the first year?
No.
I need to check.
It was the second year.
Okay.
It was the first time I podium, I think.
Okay.
So it was 2023.
Okay.
I did so I think the competition was on the Sunday.
Yeah, June 2023.
And the Tuesday or the Wednesday, I don't.
The Tuesday.
So the Tuesday, I had my appointment at the Disney Stones. I did it.
Congratulations.
I did it twice actually, and I even worked like few steps with the Disney Stones.
You surprised everyone with walking with the stones.
That's incredible.
Wow, you did 5 steps, but still,
But I did the classic. I asked if I could try another one, but just with side by side.
Yeah.
I did it. It felt great. Why not trying to do a little step? So it was very little steps, but
and you can hear on the video, everyone is like, oh. He's walking with them. Very unexpected.
After we came back home and the normal Disney games happened.
Yeah.
And after like 1 or 2 weeks after that, I asked Steve Ishans if how it worked. Or how can you go to the games? Because one of the requirements is to have lift the stones. And he told me he was already fully booked. For
That's not surprising.
Year. Yeah. So he told me, I will put you in waiting list. And that's how it happened.
Yeah, a spot was available. And then he said, well, you're in if you want.
If you're still interested, you can go.
That's incredible. Now, I don't know many people who have done the farmer's style of Denny lift. Which one do you prefer better, the traditional or the farmer's?
I don't know.
It did them so close. The traditional and then right away into the, right away.
I think I prefer the side by side.
The side by side, yeah.
Maybe because of the body position, right?
It was 3 years ago, so I don't remember well. But you're less twisted because with the straddle stance, you are a bit twisted. So I struggle a bit with that.
Yeah.
And I feel I'm better with the side by side.
Do you feel like you're more powerful side by side because then you've got like direct energy like in the ground rather than the traditional where you're and more everywhere, right?
Even my traditional is not the same traditional as the other guy.
I-
Because
uh,
I'm more doing like a split squat,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
like more like a lunge.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You're,
So I'm less
no,
twisted
yeah.
because that's something I
That's
struggle
awesome.
at this weight. I struggle a bit.
Yeah.
It makes me cramps in my lats, and yeah, it's just uncomfortable. And I try different things, and when I change a bit my stance, so it's more like a split squat or lunge, I have a more upright torso, less twisted, and
Mhm.
I feel for me it's easier like this. So yeah, like this or like with side by side.
And so Isa, do you have any goals in trying to get the Dinnies to go do the gathering as well?
Of course, I would love to. I'm not training for
Yes.
that at the moment, but yeah, I guess training. Yeah, every year when we come back, I'm like, I need to start training for that. But now I can't because I had the surgery in both my hands last year. It's been a year now,
Okay.
and now it's time, I think, to start.
Okay. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing all of the practice lifts on your, well, you don't post on social a lot, but when you do, we would love to see
Yeah,
that.
I don't, but yeah, now it's out.
Amazing time at the gathering, and you were there to support him, Isa. But let's talk about, were you at the first women's games of Jamie's, or did you come in on the second?
When was the first one? I think I came on the second.
The second one.
2024, so it was probably the second, I think.
I need folks to understand because a lot of the people listening are natural stone lifters and they do not do competitions. And I always say, but it's not a competition. It's not like it happens to be like we are competing, but it's not. Can you please help me? Tell me about the experience with Jamie's games and how different it is from doing like a strongman competition, for example, and what the environment was like.
Yeah, it's a group of friends.
It is.
Yes, it's a group of friends sharing events. Right? We know it's a competition, but it's not the energy, right? It's like it's the energy in the sense that everyone is pushing each other to give everything they have, right?
Yes.
But it's not competition in the sense that I'm not going to help you because I want to win, right? Is that everybody is there, everybody's cheering, pushing each other. It's just a big family.
And
So
how were the
it's such
women
good energy.
in this group? Because like we have people like Wendy, I'm sure she was probably there, fantastic lifter, amazing woman,
Such an inspiration. Yeah.
very inspirational. And
Yes.
I can't recall the other woman, but
Maury as
yes,
well. She's always
yeah,
there. Yeah. I mean, we see each other once a year, twice last year because we also did the Britain strongest stone lifter. And every time we go, we see each other. It's normal. It's family. Take each other in our arms, and then it's very sincere. It's like it's yeah. It's going back home.
yes, it is. It is. It's like family and it's sisters supporting sisters. And I think Jamie's done a great job in getting women, first of all, to compete and then creating because the creating of the environment is so important to make sure that it is as you say, right? And
No.
I think both the women, like the women that Jamie has had at his comps, plus the work he's done to himself to make sure it's not about the sensationalization.
Yeah.
I think that's been really key. And so tell us about a few of the events that you did, some of the highlights at those McGregor comps.
Of course, the biggest highlights is the walking stone
Yeah.
on the first year.
Yeah, of course.
On the very first event of the first comp, we had it was the 5 pillars of stone, so the 100 kilo that you wind, and then 85 on the lap, and then 70 to chest, 60 to shoulder, and then we have 50 or 55 overhead. It was in 2024. So I had a year before I had surgery in the shoulder. And I was like, I'm never gonna go overhead.
Yeah.
Right. Well, first of all, I needed to do the very first stone, which was 100 kilo to win. And like, even if I do that, I will be super happy, right? Because I'm not even sure I can do the first stone of the first event. So that was like the feeling. From there, it's all bonus. And then I was able to do the overhead. I was
Wow, that's
yeah.
phenomenal. Because it
Yeah.
is
You
tough
didn't
to do
even
that.
train for this one.
No, I did not train. No
You-
overhead in training. Anyway, with brand new shoulder. I did not even try. That's true. I forgot about that. I did not even train for it because I was so sure that I would not do it. And then, Jimmy, before the event, you always ask like who has injury, or like that the overhead could be a bit different because of
The
any
angles, yeah.
and I'm like, well, I had surgery in the shoulder, but anyway, that's not gonna happen, right? So that was the first event, and it's good. And then we had the walking stone as a second event. And then that's also the year that we had the front hold.
Front holds, yeah.
Again, a shoulder. And I did not such a good time, but I was super happy because, again, it was the shoulder and I wasn't sure how it would go. So, yeah, there's quite a few highlights. But there's also the stones that I never got to do because it's always the 95 at the end of the competition. It's like, still today, I did not do it. I'm like, next time I'm going to have it. And then we get to the next competition and still the 95 is not working, but I'll it's also on record now. I'll do the
Yes.
95.
We have all the things. We're holding you accountable, Isa.
Yeah. I'm not quitting on that idea. I need to do it.
And Seb, what would you say was some of your highlights of the competitions? Obviously, getting the Dinnies is huge.
Yeah, but it wasn't a competition.
Yes.
So it's a bit different. I'd say the Matthews Stone.
I'm bringing that to the
Because-
games this
The
year.
CrossFit event of stone
Because,
lifting.
it was the same year, I think.
Yeah, the first year we had the
And
Matthews.
well, I won this one, so
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and
I got this.
Okay, we need to tell folks what the Matthews is because
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
you got to add an axe for those that aren't.
yeah, that year we left with an axe and a sword in the suitcase. So we can talk about that later because it was quite funny.
So yeah, the Matthews Stones is it's two stones. One for us, I think it's 110 kilos for the light and 140 for the heavy, and they are both linked by a chain. And you have to go. You take one of the stone, go as far as you can. So I think it's 2.5 meters.
Or
Something like this.
I-
So you do your
It's
2 meter.
2.5 meters.
As long as the chain
Yeah.
allow,
you cannot drag.
you go
that,
back,
right? Yeah.
take the small, and
Yeah,
Keep
you go
moving.
like that. You take one, you go as long as the chain, then you put it down, take
yeah.
it.
I think it was the first year that he did that.
Yeah, it was on the first, no, on my first year. So on your
Yes.
second year.
Yes, but it
Yeah.
was the first time he did this
yeah,
at the competition. So it was something new to do. It was interesting.
And very cardio.
Yeah. So I think it was one of my favorite things. And I also love I don't remember how they called it, but it was at the Dini Games the first year. It was like lifting the Dini stones, but like a ladder of Dini
yeah.
stones.
Deadlift ladder of Dini stones.
Oh yeah, I don't
yeah.
remember the weight, but it started like with the nickel stone, I think so.
Yeah.
So it was like 110 and 140, and it finished at, I think it was approximately the Dini stone weight.
There was like 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5
I
sets.
think it was 5 sets in the ladder.
So yeah,
And you were super quick.
Yeah, and it was a fun one.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the Matthews Stones because I have those at my comp coming up in June and for the women. And it is it is not a, I know you said Seb you thought it was great, but it is not particularly a great event. I've been working with Stone Beetle in getting the measurements and the scoring and all of that. So it is a 2.5 meter chain. You have about 20 meters that you have to take it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
training did you do? Because you don't have Matthew Stones in the gym. What did you do?
How much do you pay? It's a secret. No, but it's actually on my Instagram, so I can. We do attach 2 sandbags together.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And then you go. It's harder than the real Matthew stones because, of course, the sandbags, they're
Harder to
They go-
lift. Yeah.
yeah. The Matthew stones, you really need to just take the time at the beginning to see how you start, just to tilt them and then you go. But yeah, that's how we do.
Did you run forward? Like, so you know how were they attached?
it depends.
Yeah.
But what I try to do is on the first half, I try to go forward.
Mhm.
And when I step by the other stone, because you have the chain, so you walk 2.5 meter, you have the other stone, and you go 2.5 meter further.
Mhm.
When I step by the other stone, I start to turn a bit.
We go backwards, kind of. Yeah.
Because if you don't do that, you will have the chain in
Yeah.
your foot.
Okay, good to know.
So it allows you to see the chain and to see if
Drag or not.
yeah, if it's too tendu.
Fully straight, like
Yes.
fully, yeah.
Because if you try to go too far, it will pull you.
Yeah.
Or you will pull it, but it's normally it's forbidden to pull it.
Yeah.
So and the stone will try to
Yeah.
take back the other stone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good thing to have the
You need to
to
see.
see the chain and see what you have left.
Yeah. I think I'm going backwards just to see the chain and the stones.
And so
Or
I'm going to
going
get
back.
a video from you both so we can let viewers see, because I think a lot of them will not have obviously access to, like, I will have access to the Matthew Stones, but most people won't be close enough to come visit to try them out.
Yeah.
So I think watching you and your technique,
Yep.
I think that's really, really important.
And,
Maybe
and
we
yes,
have a.
if you can just strap 2 bags together,
Yes.
it works well.
Yeah.
You don't need to have a chain. We have just
we
straps.
normal like straps, and then at least you get a feeling of how to place yourself with the chain and then how to turn and how you place your feet and everything. So it's good just to try the normal straps and 2 bags.
I wonder, does the chain impact how heavy it is? Like, does it have drag, like, or not really?
No.
Oh, I think it's too light.
Okay.
The stone is already for the heavier one. It's 100 for us, 140 kilos. For the chain, it's a small chain.
Yeah. No, you feel more the cardio part than the chain.
Right?
That's more painful than the chain.
And also for me, it was also a lot of congestion in the biceps.
Okay, good to know.
I was trying to pick it
Directly,
up like
yeah.
one motion. So I was
Yes.
rowing the stone
Yeah.
and keeping it like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of congestion in the biceps.
Okay. I'm really looking forward to seeing this event go down.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to some of the funner memories. I love watching your dynamic. It's so positive, and so I'm sure you have your days, but it's just so supportive. But tell me about some of the times, some of your highlights as a couple. Like, have you done natural stone, like a stone tour with Jamie as well?
Yes, we did. Highlights for me. We did the Puterac. I don't know.
Yeah, the Puterac, yeah.
And then Jamie really like took his time for me to lift it, and I was not able to stand up with it. And then like we really take the time, like turn it and then try it in the other direction because it was too wide, like too big, and then like turn it. So I spent what feels like years in that flat position, turning the stone and then turning and then turning. And then I was finally able to stand with it and then do like 2-3 steps. So that was really great. And then we're so well welcomed
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I
It's a
mean,
very beautiful place. They're lovely couple.
I forget their name, like the couples who take care of the
Yes.
stones.
Yes.
I mean, we had tea and then
The
cookies
cookies and
the
everything.
cake, and then we got to sign the book, and it was such a great afternoon. And then we went to Loch Boyle,
Yes.
and there was a new stone, I think, 24 kilo, if I remember. And again, Jamie's so patient with me, trying to figure out how I could place and where I could place my hands. So I finally was able to put wind under the stone, and I was what we think is like the first woman to lift it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
The landscape and everything. I mean, it was perfect.
And so, Seb, what do you do in those moments? So Jamie's coaching her, but like as a partner, how do you show up in those moments?
From them. Yeah, it's just like telling me to continue, right?
Yes, and well, usually when we lift together, I try to help her.
Yes.
But when Jamie is here,
you listen and you're like,
listening, and I try to keep the tip for me.
yeah, you listen, right? And like, oh, that's a good tip. That's where I'll place my hands too.
When you
it's very supportive, right? Because some of the stones are very difficult for me. So it's like, you can do it. You just keep trying.
Well, because Loch Boyle, as you said, it's not a light stone.
No, it was not. Yeah.
And to get that is just incredible. And so, Seb, what highlights would you say for the natural stone tour did you like outside of Putrek and Loch Boyle?
For me, one of my favorites was Barevan.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Just because it's I don't know how to say it. It's just beautiful place. And we met some people here.
Hopefully they will listen. We will send it to them.
We met a couple here. They were just doing.
They were trekking, biking. They were passing by on vacation.
So they didn't know that stone lifting is a thing, but they see us trying to lift the stone. They just stop and watch. Yeah. And now the guy is lifting stones.
Yes, and now he has stones in his garden, like in the backyard, and he's sending videos and posting. It's like, look what I got.
This is what it's about.
Because of the place, and also because we met we met some people and
now they lift stones.
Yeah. Oh, that is incredible. And what's the story behind the sword and the axe prizes?
Yeah. So on 2023 on the Scotland's Strongest Stone Lifter. So I won the event of the walking stone. Seb won the magic stone. And then the prize for the walking stone was a sword.
Yeah.
And I got the axe.
And then he got the axe. So I think they were giving out the award, and then everyone was laughing because the people flying to go to the competition, it's us, right?
Yes. Yes.
Most of the people are driving to the camp. We're flying. So it's like, it was fun because they were all like shouting, you tell us how it goes at the airport. Like, we want to see the security footage. And then we were able to put everything in the suitcase. And then they made it home. It's like, of all the people, it's like, it's both of us having the axe and the sword.
Yes. Well, Jamie sent me home with the sword when I did the record on the walking stones.
Yeah, of course.
And like, do you have anything to declare? Well, I have like a gift, and it's a knife, and it's like, it's in the check. So they're like, what? Well, the last time I actually took like mini stones back. So it's I actually got more questions on taking those stones because it's nature than I did on the actual swords.
You have them in your carry-on or in the
I
suitcase, like
I
in
did have those
Tekken.
ones in the suitcase,
Yeah.
but
Asking for a friend.
yeah,
It's like, so if we were to bring stones.
yeah. You, as I said, the energy between the two of you is amazing. Like just the banter back and forth, how you kind of finish each other's thoughts and remarks. But can you give us a time maybe during the stone lifting adventure where it was more tension, and how do you, or is it always just really collaborative and supportive and
Yeah, I think it's more, well, you tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
It's more collaborative and supportive. I think we're both so easygoing, right?
Mhm.
There's no drama and we're just supportive of each other. So
I think so. Yeah.
yeah, we're both very relaxed. It would take a lot, like to change our mood or to get or to get angry, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Even more if we
you need to
are
try.
even more if we are lifting stone, because
I mean, you're not.
most of the time we are in vacation, so
Yeah.
in beautiful places.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it did not work. Let's try
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
And just if we miss a lift or really, let's say that training goes really bad, I think we both react the same, that we get more silent, like we
Mm.
just need time, but then it goes away quickly, right? So you just need like give space to the other one, but we never get angry.
I love that. Is the
I could swear a bit in French, maybe, but French Canadian.
tabarnak.
But yeah, exactly. But I keep them for when it's really important,
Yeah.
right? So I don't use them a lot. So, but it doesn't happen so often. So it's really more collaborative, because as Seb said, is like you're out there in beautiful landscape with nature. So why would we change the energy?
Yes. Who does your programming, like do you do your own programming? Do you share it? Do you train together?
No, we each have our own program, like training program. Yeah, our coach for stone lifting and strongman in general. I have my coaches in Quebec, Stéphane. Yeah, hungry for victory. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we also train for grip, because we're going to do a grip competition in beginning of March, and that I train with Ricardo Magni, president of Arm Lifting USA. So we like I have two, because one is very specialized in grip sports, and then Stéphane for general strongman and stone lifting events.
And so is he part of Strongman Core Canada then?
No,
No, he's not part.
no, he's not
Okay.
with them.
Okay. And
And then and then I have Seb for everything more specific. It's like, oh, maybe you could like try it like that. Or so I actually had three, because then I have
because
a personal trainer.
your coach is not really specialized in strongman and stone lifting.
And
It's
then I
good
have
to have someone that have a bit more experience.
yes. And then when I have a question when training, then I can just turn and ask, or if he's not in the garage with me, then I can just open the door and say, hey, can you come see? Very, very useful.
yeah. And so you have your gym at your house then.
Yes.
So Seb, tell us a little bit about what you've equipped the gym with, because I think, we
How
can't
do you know that?
because many of us, I just had this conversation this morning, like we can't go to a standard gym to get some of our things. So how did you set up yours?
The first thing I bought was sandbags,
Yes.
because for lifting for stone lifting, the best is stones, but the second best is sandbags, because it's almost the same kind of movement, and you can load them however you want. So yeah, it was my first acquisition. And when we got the house, I wasn't only doing stone lifting. I was also doing some more normal strongman competition.
Mhm.
So I got also a log, a yoke, normal farmer's work,
Dumbbells.
Wow. Okay.
dumbbells.
This is quite the home gym. I was not expecting this.
It's a
Oh, yeah.
strongman home gym.
It is. Wow.
Yes.
It's a really nice gym. I must say.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we have almost we don't have machines like no leg press,
No, we just have a
no.
cable machine. That's
Yeah.
it.
We have a cable in the a cable.
Mhm. Do you have any Atlas stones?
Yes.
I have not in the garage.
Outside, and then
I'm
people
outside
take
because-
walks, and they're like, "What are those basketballs?" I'm like, "Nope."
But
Yeah.
we use them way less than the sandbags.
Well, now that we have the Scottish Stones of Strength coming in May,
Yeah.
we will
will change
start
that.
using them. But
Yes, because for those that have not done or that don't know about the Scottish Stones of Strength, it's the final event. Tell us about that final event that you'll have to prep for Scottish Stones.
so the Scottish Stones are like Atlas stones, right? So that's Jamie, if you're listening, those are not natural stones. They go from, what did I say this morning, 30 to 140 kilos?
Yes.
I think it's
so.
7 stones, as fast as possible.
And so I've done these stones, and let me tell you,
You tell me them.
Mark, I swear shines them up every day. Like I think he gets there with the top because they are so slick.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
gonna be
like I
hard.
think so I was attempting to go for, was it the 80 kg, which I don't think, or maybe it was the next one after that. And no other woman had lifted it. So that's my goal, is that Jamie's got to prep me to be able to lift this, I think it's the 80 kg, because you can't use tacky. There's no tacky involved as well, folks.
No, nothing. Yeah.
So they're super slick and you chalk up. And that's the one that I just ripped my shirt off for because it was slipping. It was slipping. And I'm like, this is gone. Like this shirt is gone. We're going to do it. So it's a super fun event. And for anyone that's going over to Scotland to tour or that, lining it up with the chance to do the Mark Stones is kind of a highlight to meet those folks. They're super amazing.
The setup is beautiful.
Setup is gorgeous. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful. Well, we've covered so much. We've talked about training tips. We've talked about, being in the various competitions and the natural stones. And you've committed 2 things on this, Isa, about you're going to do the Dinnies and you're going to get 20 meters on the walking stones. What else is in your future? What else are you planning to do? Are there any other tours involved that you're like, are you thinking Iceland? Are you thinking Ireland?
I think we're thinking Iceland before Ireland, probably. At least we talk
Yeah.
more about Iceland than Ireland, and going back to Scotland because that feels like home as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Iceland,
I think it's.
we have to.
I'd love to go there. Yeah.
But there's no plans right at the
No.
moment to go to Iceland. It's more like
At least not this year.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
you've got
see
a new
next year.
house, you've got competitions, you've got all of that stuff.
Yeah,
2026 is kind of taking.
Yeah, now we told you, like, we're visiting houses and like we want to move, so it's gonna be a busy year.
Yeah, and we want to move because, as I said, we have a lot of things in the garage.
It's
So
too small.
we
We need a
need a
bigger
bigger one.
one. So we're visiting houses and like, let's see the garage. And then we saw a beautiful one today, but there's no space enough. Like the garage is not big enough. So it's like, no, we need to keep searching. But the house was beautiful.
That's the thing, like with that amount of gym equipment, that's kind of a really, obviously key consideration. But yeah, so
Super important.
2026 is done. What about you, Seb? Any goals in the immediate future?
Well, we go in competition in March,
Yes.
the 7th of March for me.
On your birthday,
Mhm.
end of March.
Yeah, but I know this one.
You're
I'm
competing
not
the
sure
yeah.
if I'm competing the 7th or the 8th.
I think you're competing the day before, and I'm competing on your birthday.
That was my
Something
question.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a great competition at
Yes.
the Arnold
Yes.
Classic.
Wow. That is amazing. And so you qualified for that? How did that come about?
I think I qualified automatically because I did it last year and I finished second.
Wow.
And he did a world
And I did
record,
it.
but he's too humble to say it.
See,
And
and this
I
is why
didn't
you're
have the
here,
time.
Isa. This is why you're here. Like, can we please tell the folks about this? Because, like, I think this is kind of a critical piece of news
Yeah.
that's just
So,
landed
yeah.
in our laps.
So yeah, it was last year in the Arnold, the arm lifting competition. One of the event was axle bar deadlift, double overhand, so no mixed grip, and shock only.
Yeah.
No straps.
Grip competition.
Great
Yeah.
stuff. 204 kilos. World record means under 110 class.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so hoping to do well again there, I guess, is one of the goals as
Of
well.
course.
And then you've got any more competitions like Stonewise coming up besides?
Yes, we go to Scotland's strongest stone lifter.
Yeah, so that would be
in
May.
May, and I'm still waiting for Stevie because he doesn't have organized it yet. But
Gathering.
in theory, I will be at the gathering again.
No, those are two
That's
great comps. That was August, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Beginning
of August, and then
yeah, we could do a grip again. We just don't know, like Immortal.
yeah, but we don't know if he will do again.
Yes. So
I usually go into the giving 3 pieces of advice, and so I have let you know that. But before we do that, I'm going to do something kind of fun and just completely on the fly. So I'm going to ask a question, and it's either going to be like an Isa or Seb kind of question. And you got to like either point to yourself or point to the other person to say if if it's true or not. Well, I'm making these questions up on the fly, so just bear with me here. But who would you say is for sure the morning person?
the more what?
Morning person. And who would you say cheers the most after getting their stone lift? Yeah, I knew that. I so knew that.
And cheer the most is like.
And you can hear it.
In Canada.
I cheer for the other ones. I don't cheer for myself. Yes, you can hear me on the video. It's like you cannot send it like that. We need to cut the sound. But cheering after my lift, not so much. But I know that between the two of us, it's probably me. But we're not.
Yeah. And who would you say is the most likely to go off program?
None of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's like
Jamie's
there's a
always trying to
program.
corral me into making sure, like, I very good. That is great discipline, and it does make sense, folks, to stick to your program. Like, there's reason and rationale that people set things up. So, and who would you say is most likely to have a drink after a successful stone lift? That's to Isa, everyone that's not watching.
It's like, oh, you're having a drink.
Well, after successful lift, if it's in Scotland and we have a stone tour or something like this, I will have a drink.
We do have the tradition to go to the distillery like the Monday after.
Yes.
But at home, let's say after training, it would be more, it would be me.
And final hotspot question, who would be the most likely person to get the directions wrong on the way to a stone tour?
It never happened.
In Scotland, it never happened?
Well, you're driving. So...
Yeah, so I'm driving. And in Scotland, I'm driving because we started like that, so it stayed like that. So I'm driving, but I tell him, you need to talk to me, like to tell me, because we do have the GPS. Yes. But I'm like, you need to drive with me because It's on the wrong side. It's very, very narrow road. So the first year we were looking for the Fianna stones.
That's a hard one to find.
Yes, and we were with RV, like a bit, camping car.
Oh my gosh, an RV. Yes, a trailer. Oh my gosh.
It was the first time I was driving on the wrong side, and it was a camping car.
You are brave.
We were Glen Lyon, and then we were looking for the Fianna, and then I hear Seb is like, "Oh, I think it was there."
Because it's really close to the road,
Yeah.
so you can see it.
And then there's the fence and everything, and like, it was there, and I'm not turning. And there was nowhere I could park. Right?
No.
Even with a small car, it's super like very narrow and complicated. So on the first year, we saw it. We wave, we say hello, Fianna, and then we just continue because there was no way. And then on the second year or last year, yeah, we went and he lifted it, but we had a small car, and I said never again.
Okay. I was just going to say, we're going into the advice part. And before we get into the three pieces, can we please tell folks that maybe as your first time over there, renting a trailer and RV for this stone tour is probably not the best.
No, it was good because we did went up in Scotland, and then we were able to cover a lot of ground in the country. But for the stone tour, really, really bad idea. So small car that you can park anywhere, like alongside the road.
Yes.
That doesn't take space.
Wow.
Because even for the I always forget the name, the plinth one. That's
Pea truck. No,
not the plinth, but that you put on the big rock.
Oh yes, the
Settlement.
The Sedlinmar
Yeah.
as well. Like, it's on the side of the road.
Yes.
So a small car. First advice.
Small car. Very good travel advice. Okay, I don't know how you're going to divide giving me these three pieces of advice, but it usually, is around training, stone lifting, competitions, that kind of thing. What three pieces of advice would you give folks around the table?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, try it. Come to your first competition. You still need to, when you're prepping for a comp or an event, I think that those event days like you do, like if you're competing, right? Same setup and clothes. Like you do everything like, this is how I'm going to be dressed. This is the mental state I'm going to be for the competition. I think it's to do a dry run of the competition, right? With, I know those leggings are perfect. This t-shirt is good. This bra is good. I think it's important because you come to the competition, then this is working. I'm not going to be disturbed with leggings that go down.
Yeah.
Details, but super important. It's like, this is how I'm gonna have my hair, because I don't have them, like if I put a stone here, like the hair are not. Yeah. Important.
It's so important. It is absolutely important.
You need to train like you're going to be competing. Not all the time, but at least once or twice before the competition. You need to train as you will be competing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Seb, any advice besides coming and prepping?
Well, I'd say don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah, yes.
Because I think we have a beautiful community, and there is a lot of people that train without really having the stones. So we are a lot to have come with solutions to train for a lot of things.
You need to reach out.
If you don't be afraid to ask, and there will always be someone that will answer your question.
Yeah.
And actually, that's something I didn't ask. Do you have a large stone lifting community in your area or not?
We are both kind of large.
Yes.
A membership of 2.
We just live like that in the plane, so that's a large community. But we have one of our friends.
Yes.
So we're 3.
And there is some people that lift stones a bit in France, but
they're a bit everywhere in France on the competition.
Not like us, let's say.
Yeah.
Well, I have
It's more like strongmen
Yes.
that are
Yeah.
a bit interested in stones than true stone lifters.
Yeah. The true traditional natural stone lifting. Yeah.
At least that we know, because
Yes. We don't know everyone.
Well, and what I'm hoping, like a goal of this table is to try to like match people up that are listening.
Yeah.
And so even though you've done this in English, I am gonna like translate it back into French. So
That's going to be so weird.
yeah.
Can I translate myself when we do the? Yeah. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah. So because what I found with doing the one for Michael in Polish, that was the biggest, like legit, the biggest audience was all of his
Wow.
whole, yeah. And so I really hope, we have a lot of French speaking people in
Yeah.
Canada, getting more people involved here, getting more people involved, globally that can listen in if English isn't their first language. And just making stones accessible, not even in the weights, but in how we speak about it, how we present it. And I just did not feel confident enough. I am bilingual, but I am not confident enough to host a podcast as
Let's
a.
try again in French.
Maybe that will be my goal. Next year I'll try to
Maybe.
do it in an interview in
Yeah,
French.
we meet again and we do
Yes.
that again
We-
next year, and then we do it in French.
Yeah, we do it. You come here.
Yeah.
And we do it in French next year.
You know what? I am all about expanding beyond Scotland and
Yeah.
and getting other experiences. So for sure,
Yeah, there's beautiful
going to
places.
France, yeah, I'm up for that invite.
Yes.
Well, you two are an absolutely amazing couple, and I am so proud and happy to have known you over this last 3 years, and that you've supported all of my crazy adventures, and including this one. And for folks that don't know, like we joined, I didn't realize they were Paris time, and they were on the call waiting for me for a few minutes, and it just felt like old friends. It didn't feel like it was somebody just meeting each other. Like I felt like this is Rebecca. She's just popping in.
Yeah. It was not a meeting.
No.
It was a catch up, right? It's like, yeah.
And that's what I'm finding with all of these conversations. And it's the same when you go, as you said, to the competitions. It's just catching up.
Yes. So normal.
Thank you again for everything. Thank you for sharing all of the experiences around the table. I think I've laughed half the time. It's been an awesome time. Thanks again. And again, part 2 in France coming to you in 2027.
Thanks for having us. Thanks a lot for the opportunity also to talk about the sports and how beautiful it is, right? To hopefully people will want to try, and then we can grow this amazing community as well. So thanks a lot.
All right.
And we'll see you in France.
You bet. Take care. Have a good day.
Yes, you too. Thanks.
Bye.
Event 1. 5 pillars of stone lifting medley.
Hands on to start. 3, 2, 1, plus. Come on. Come on. Your hands right under it and come on. That's it. Come on, let's go. Good left. Come on. Up, 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 up. Up. Down. Isabel's come all the way from France. Come on, let's go. Isa. Isa. Isa.
Come on, Isabel.
Come on, Isabel.
Come on, Isabel.
Come on, let's go.
Allez.
Come on.
Yes. Lovely. Come on, Isabel. Come on, big line. Yes. Well, go.
Event 2, McGregor walking stones.
Martin's always saying to me, pull it in. I have pulled it in. I cannot pull it further.
So moving against the careful way. Yeah. There's no point of taking off now.
Tom did the Denny's like in March, and the ring was really, really rusty, and as he stood up, the minute the lift, but it immediately, the rust patch just tore his thumb, just really deep.
Exactly.
Let's go when you're on time.
Come on, man.
Good control. That's it. Keep that up all the way. That's it. Sorry.